got it twisted, we don't care about feelings. This shit about business.
All I see is commas, 20, 50, 100, racing to the money.
Yo, what up? It's us, Dot.
And Holly.
And we back again with another video. Today we got the real NBA YoungBoy story. Documentary. Yeah. Link to this in the description box.
Down below.
Gang shit, none of that lame shit, you feel me? Everybody was requesting this one, you feel me?
Wait, so everybody had a documentary?
I guess so.
That's fine. You coined around that with a documentary on the side, so life before the fame.
Hit that like button and subscribe right now, yeah? And let's get into it.
In this particular place, it was hard. It was hard for real. We ain't really had much now.
Wait, what did he say?
He said I ain't really had much.
Yeah, niggas came from nothing, you feel me? His ass a fucking trillionaire now, basically, you feel me?
Basically.
That boy owned a piece of United Masters, he got his hand in everything.
Joe was born on October 20th, 1999 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He referred to Baton Rouge as a rare place with a different culture, atmosphere, and prudent police. He grew up without his father in the picture after he was sentenced to 50 plus years. His mother would move away because of this. She sent him to live with his grandparents on 38th and Chippewa Street at a young age with his half-siblings.
That's why he called it 38.
38 baby.
38 baby, yeah.
Chippewa.
I didn't know his daddy got 50 plus years. I thought he was getting out some shit. That's fucked up.
Sent him to live with his grandparents on 38th and Chippewa Street at a young age with his half-siblings, one of them being his older brother, Pierre.
Biologic, that's my real brother.
When he was 4 years old,
That's his real brother?
What?
Is y'all sure?
one of them being his older brother, Pierre.
Biologic, that's my real brother.
When he was 4 years old, he fell
biologic?
off of a bed at his grandparents', breaking his neck. This forced him to wear a halo brace until his spine healed, which would leave permanent scars on on his head. Young boy would stay in Baton Rouge with his grandma.
Damn, and y'all always be talking shit about people.
That's crazy.
But that's, wait. We gotta go back because we didn't just talk about how NBA 3-3 is his brother.
That's his real brother?
Y'all didn't even know that was his real brother. Y'all was talking about that's his cousin. No, that's not his cousin, that's his best friend.
You sure?
They was saying that. They was never saying he was his brother.
Maybe they got the same daddy.
He had
Same
to
daddy,
do
different
with his
mamas.
smile.
He had to wear something on his head.
Dang, that's crazy.
4 years old, he fell off of a bed at his grandparents', breaking his neck. This forced him to wear a halo brace until his spine healed, which would leave permanent scars on his head.
Damn,
Young boy would stay in Baton Rouge with his grandma, who he says spoiled him whenever she could afford it. When talking of his grandma, he says she's the only woman he's ever really felt love from.
I always say my grandma took care of me. My grandma gave me anything I wanted. My grandma made me feel love. And when she died, I ain't never felt that feeling again. Only time I ever feel love is when I walk on stage.
Growing up, he was closest to his older brother Pierre, who would have a lot of responsibility being the oldest of 10 siblings and half-siblings. When Control was 7 years old, he came to Pierre on the porch with a notebook and told him he wanted to be a rapper, being inspired by his biological mom, who used to be a rapper as well.
He started off writing in a composition notebook. We was on the porch. He came to me with this composition notebook, and he was like,
That make me wonder, like, if, like, they got the same daddy.
Yeah, that's what
Because it's like he do kind of look like the daddy a little bit. 3-3 look like the daddy.
That's crazy. That's interesting. You feel me? You learn some new shit.
Right. I'm whole out here thinking this is cousin.
Or his friend. You feel me?
Right. Then I'm thinking
that's blood. You feel me?
Then I'm thinking it's just him, and his brother and his sister. But it's like, nah, he got hella other siblings.
Be a rapper as well.
He started off writing in a composition notebook. We was on the porch. He came to me with this composition notebook, and he was like, this is what he want to do.
He began writing his first raps over the coming years, but was still a child and didn't take it 100% serious yet. As he and his brother got older, there's no question that the street life would influence them, but it wasn't always that way. In fact, they would try at an early age to make legitimate money by cutting neighbors' lawns for $7 each. This obviously didn't last long, as it simply wasn't enough money to keep them out of trouble.
Yeah. A death like Lily.
They started stealing bikes and car batteries at a young age, eventually leading up to home break-ins. He would eventually drop out of school in the 9th grade and start taking rap more serious. This was around the time his grandmother would pass away from heart failure, leaving Control nowhere to go. Control would move in with his half-brother Pierre and Pierre's mother Monique, who would be like a second mom to him, even referring to her as mom. At 12 years old, Pierre and Control would be having a conversation about life when Pierre told him not to worry, we're never going to be broke again. This conversation would lead to the beginning of the
never gonna be broke again. And now, yeah, that's hard.
Speak that shit, you feel me?
life when Pierre told him not to worry, we're never going to be broke again. This conversation would lead to the beginning of the NBA slogan, starting with just the two of them and then expanding to his cousins and younger brothers as well. Monique, who saw the hard work they had been putting in, would fund their first official studio session and also help them buy a microphone from Walmart. Looking up to other Baton Rouge rappers like Lil Fat, Fredo Bang, and G Money, who was one of his first mentors, he started to craft his style. Wasting no time,
So he used to look up to them. Damn, that's crazy.
But that's how it be though. It's always like that. It's like they turn into your ops.
Idols become your rivals.
Yeah.
Wait, damn, that's G Money right there. Who is that?
Is that Fredo Bang?
I know that ain't Fredo Bang.
Fredo, that's not you.
Yeah, that's why I be though.
You sure that's G Money?
Yeah, that's G Money, definitely.
I think
He look old. He look definitely. I thought they was like the same, around the same age.
Me too. And I thought Fredo was a little older than.
Then YB.
Yeah, I thought Fredo would have been older than both of them. He just got like a more older, like, you know, demeanor, like. But
How he move and shit.
Yeah, but it's like he
look way older than YB.
Right. It's like he big as hell, like he they big brother or something, you know.
microphone from Walmart. Looking up to other Baton Rouge rappers like Lil Fat, Fredo Bang, and G Money, who was one of his first mentors, he started to craft his style. Wasting no time, YoungBoy put his first official song out on YouTube titled For a Reason. And you could see his potential even this early on.
YouTube is the only platform that I can just run to and drop and let you, you know, just get whatever it is, like ASAP.
Pierre, better known as NBA 3, would take the role as manager in all things business. He started printing over 1,000 CDs of YoungBoy's music and passing them around Baton Rouge. This gave them their very first but also small fan base. Soon as YoungBoy was really starting to consistently make music, he would have his first run-in with the law, putting him in juvie for 6 months for a break-in.
I ain't gonna say it was the best thing that happened to me, but shit, it helped me know my purpose. It helped me know what I want to do.
While in jail, he had time to write raps and work on his lyricism, so he could be ready to drop music on his release. While 3 is promoting the music and doing the groundwork, YoungBoy would be released from juvie and drop his first ever mixtape titled Before the Fame.
That's hard. So he was locked up, and his shit was got to going crazy.
We finna see.
Yeah.
We finna see.
Before Fame was really everything. That was like, it was the breaking point of the whole NBA career, like never broke again itself.
When it came to work ethic, he looked up to rappers like Jeezy and liked how he was known for dropping back-to-back mixtapes. He knew he wanted to do something similar by flooding the streets with music. He spent the next year dropping mixtapes and trying to build a buzz outside his local area of Baton Rouge. Dropping Mind of a Menace 1, then 2, and later, Before I Go. By now he's gained enough credits to start catching the attention of mainstream artists and a much wider variety of fans, reaching outside his home state. Kevin Gates and Boozy would be some of the first major artists to hop on a song with him and give him his first cosign.
Gates told me to keep working, Boozy. He just told me to show me some things.
As well as Meek Mill, who was said to have been one of the first people to discover him and give him the name YoungBoy early on. In October 2016, he dropped his breakthrough mixtape 30.
Damn, wait, so Meek Mill gave him his name, YoungBoy?
That do sound like some shit Meek Mill, name Meek Mill.
Like YoungBoy. YoungBoy out there going crazy.
Yeah. He probably said Young Bull.
Low key.
And then YB thought he said Young Boy. No, it's fine.
Hey, that's dope though. Damn.
Yeah, that is dope.
So you got them cosigns, that nigga going crazy.
Dang.
and give him the name YoungBoy early on. In October 2016, he dropped his breakthrough mixtape 38 Baby, which should really be considered an album for how well put together it was.
This one we got into.
The track list included one of his breakthrough songs, 38 Baby, which would later earn him his first gold recording plaque. With the success of this tape, and a little buzz off some rap beefs, it would put his name into a whole new audience of people, gaining him a ton of new fans. Although he was only 17 at the time, his music sounded like it was coming from someone much older because of how raw, spiritual, and emotional it was, which we can trace back to his very real childhood. This would be enough for him to catch the attention of multiple major labels, who would soon be calling. He would also officially change his name to YoungBoy Never Broke Again to avoid any issues with the National Basketball League, although he's still considered NBA YoungBoy to everyone else. In an interview with XXL in 2016, he stated, "I'm going to be the next new thing that you see in rap. I'm YoungBoy." On November 28, 2016, NBA YoungBoy was arrested before a show in Austin, Texas. He was booked for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and held on a $200,000 bond. Although he was only 17, he could be tried as an adult for attempted murder. He went from the biggest new artist in rap scene to possibly facing life imprisonment. Just as everyone thought he would take a break from dropping music, he ended 2016 with yet 2 more projects. Mind of a Menace 3 and Before I Go Reloaded, which added up to over 6 mixtapes in a 1-year span.
I remember that shit too.
Okay,
that boy was crazy.
It's crazy. I ain't know all that.
I ain't know all that was going on with him though, right? Me either.
Like the backstory.
But his ass, I know he was dropping on bangers, you hear me?
Right.
Something that very few rappers are capable or...
Right, nigga, 6 mixtapes in a year span. Niggas barely even dropping 2 albums.
Wait, I gotta go look at Jeezy record because I really wasn't a Jeezy listener, so I don't know. I just know Gucci was going crazy.
Yeah, Jeezy was dropping a lot of shit at a point in time.
Okay.
He was going crazy with DJ Drama and DJ Don Cannon and shit.
Okay.
Away with 2 of them being released from behind bars. This was a scary situation though. If YoungBoy was convicted, his career and everything he worked for could potentially end. He would be held until May of 2017 for when he faced his trial. Fortunately, he was released after taking a plea deal and immediately dropped his single Untouchable, which had a lot of messages hidden inside it. One of them saying, "I'll never jeopardize it again," where we can assume he was talking about his situation. At this point, what more could he have proven at 18 years old? Although that wouldn't be the last time YoungBoy would get into trouble, he has not come close to being charged with something this serious since. In 2018, he announced his first studio album, Until Death Call My Name. It featured artists like Future, Birdman, Lil Uzi, and Offset, solidifying his spot in the mainstream. From there forward, YoungBoy didn't even come close to stopping. He knew it was his time, dropping back-to-back mixtapes and EPs where he would go platinum in the streets and then platinum on the charts.
I just knew it wasn't no stopping me. You hear me? I knew that this moment was gonna come, nigga, to put me right there with you.
To date, YoungBoy has more gold and platinum plaques than you could probably imagine. And he has been consistently the most viewed YouTube artist for over 2 years straight, pulling over 50 million views a week. There's no denying what YoungBoy has accomplished is insane. All of this happened while spending a majority of his career either locked up or on house arrest, showing us nothing is impossible, even at a young age. But it wasn't easy.
And that's why YB the GOAT, yeah, man.
Hey.
That boy been goated. Yeah, hey. That shit crazy. I never knew none of that shit.
Me either, and it's kind of interesting to see the story because I ain't really used to know YB talk like that. Like, he used to talk in interviews and shit. I ain't know that shit was out there. I ain't think it was no interviews or nothing. I thought it was just people, like, you know.
Yeah. Let us know, man. What y'all want us to check out next, man? Drop it down in the comment box below. It's Holly and S. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button right now, you feel me? Follow us on social media.
Holly XS.
We out.
Bitches got it twisted. We don't care about feelings. This shit about business.
All I see is commas, 20, 50, 100, racing to the money.